We are Chris and Michael. If you've been following our channel, you know that we retired early to travel the world. After some exciting trips, we've finally come home to visit family. Check out our videos where Chris went home to festive Southwest Louisiana with a side trip to New Orleans. Now it's my turn. We had been out of the country for a while and were recuperating in Washington, D.C. for a time. We flew to Birmingham from there.
It's early in the morning and we're leaving out of DCA on our way to Birmingham. We haven't been down there in a long time and we're looking forward to seeing family and exploring.
Once in Birmingham, we rented a car, which is a necessity. Everything's pretty spread out here. Birmingham was historically referred to as the Magic City because its soil contained the three necessary elements to produce iron: limestone, coal, and iron ore. Birmingham had a thriving steel industry during its boomtown era at the end of the 1800s. It was known as the Pittsburgh of the South. That's the reason why Vulcan has overlooked Birmingham from atop red mountains since the 1930s. Vulcan is the world's largest cast iron statue and considered one of the most memorable works of civic art in the United States. It reflects the city's roots in the iron and steel industry. The 56-foot tall statue depicts the Roman god Vulcan, god of the fire and forge. We're at Vulcan Park in Birmingham, Alabama, which is where I'm from, and it's been a long time since I've been back. But as I come up here to Vulcan Park, I think about coming up here when I first moved here as a 12-year-old back in the late 70s, and graduating from high school here and the times that I had while I lived here. It's changed a whole lot in those 40 years, and it's really neat to be back. Over time, the city lost its magic. Instead, residents were faced with a civil rights struggle of epic proportions that left the city's national reputation in shambles and greatly hampered its ability to attract investors. Much of that is behind us, and the city is really coming back. We drove through the city and saw new life. The city is bringing in new businesses, restaurants, and residential opportunities while still retaining downtown's historic charm. A great example of this is the Morris Avenue Business District, where you can eat at charming restaurants like The Essential and then head over to the Birmingham Peanut Company. If you're really hungry, we have a really special place for you. Head over to the Courthouse. Yes, the Courthouse. There you'll find Drake's Courthouse Cafe. Their burgers are so delicious. They're downright criminal. Yeah, I said it. You can also try the hot wings. You do have to go through the metal detectors to eat here, so we declare it a hidden gem.
These chicken wings are amazing. They're meaty, they're hot, they're not all dry like you get a lot of times. Probably the best chicken wing I've ever had in my life.
Now that our bellies are full, it's time to get serious. We can only move forward by understanding the past and making sure it never happens again. When in Birmingham, it's a must to take a walk through Kelly Ingram Park. It was a central staging ground during the American Civil Rights Movement. We followed the park's Freedom Walk, which circles the 4-acre green space. The walk is lined with several statues, each of which put us right in the middle of horrific situations. There's a sculpture that captures the ferociousness of attack dogs lunging, one that lets you look through steel bars of a jail cell window, and another where water cannons are being turned on you as a protester. The most moving sculpture is Four Spirits. It's a tribute to the 4 girls who were killed in the 1963 bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church right across the street. After the park, we walked across to the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. We're in Birmingham at the Civil Rights Museum and the park, right across the street that tells the story. And we're right across from the 16th Avenue Baptist Church, which is where the bombing occurred back in 1963, before I was born, where 4 young girls were killed and began a lot of the civil rights movement down here. In the museum, visitors can experience what a segregated city in the 1950s felt like.
We just left the museum. It was a really good experience. I learned so much more about that time period, things that I thought I knew, but I didn't really know the full details of what was going on at the time. So, great experience. Glad we got a chance to do that.
It's been wonderful to spend time in my hometown after all these years. Like me, Birmingham's grown and evolved, never forgetting the past, but always moving into the future.
Don't go anywhere. Watch this video to see what's next on our adventures. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to see what else is coming. Finally, check out our merchandise store, where you can create fully personalized t-shirts, greeting cards, mugs, and more, all of which help support the growth of our channel. See you in the next video.